Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chan. You know why I'm here. Tamika done dropped receipts. She done talked about a bang bang tape. She has talked about how her name was forged, and she even had Miss Diane on here. So we just gonna get into it. Let's go.
This is something that I am going to discuss only one time. So after today, please don't ask me any questions. Please, reporters, please don't DM me. Please, please, please. I don't want to talk about this anymore. I don't want to do this. I really, really, truly in my heart do not want to do this. But I don't have a choice. My sister is online saying that I'm lying. She did a video saying, oh, you know how she lied. Because I said the things that I said about Candy to protect her. She was calling me crying on the phone, talking about a book Jermaine wrote, crying, saying Candy said she broke up the group. So I went to defend my sister, and I said a whole bunch of things about Candy. And I apologized.
So then she talked about how her money was taken. She showed a video of Tasha on her tour bus saying that she's going to wait for her apology like Tamika gave to Candy. And Tamika says she will not be getting that apology.
She's not going to get an apology. And after I finish revealing what I'm about to reveal, I don't want an apology from her because I'm not vain like that. I'm not vain. I don't need an apology. I just need you to go somewhere and repent.
Then she was talking about how they sent her a threat text anonymously. And she said they were talking about the things that were in the text. She said she may show us that video also. But then she was talking about the stuff that Rocky was talking to Tasha K about the things that she sent him, what Tiny was doing, and what Candy was doing. And she said she's not going to go back to that. But let's get into what she said about the text.
Girl, you and your husband got to be the most simplest criminals in the world. How you gonna send me a threat text? And let me explain what the text. I will put it up here so you guys can see it. And I might even share the video where she's saying things that's in the text. So I got a threat text about me, Tiny, and Candy. All right. First of all, her husband says that I sent him naked pictures, and he said something about Tiny, and he said something about Candy that I'm not going to say.
Now we're just gonna get into Miss Diane because she's the person who did this for Escape, and we just gonna get into what she has to say. Let's go.
Well, I signed Escape, every one of them, up for Sound Exchange, and I sent all the paperwork, and Tamika, I did Latosha, everybody, and Tamika told me when we filled out the paperwork, she was living in New York then, and I still have the paperwork. And I filled it out, and I put it. Her address was all in New York and everything. Tamika, my Tamika had gotten her checks, and it was a pretty big check then. I'm thinking it was like close to $20,000 the first time. They got a lot of checks though, and Tamika said I didn't get my checks, and I said, well, you should have. I said because Tamika's gotten several checks already. And so we called up to Sound Exchange. Me and Tamika was on the line, and we talked to, this guy's name was Joe Mo Grady. I think he's passed away, but back then he was the person we talked to. And he talked to Tamika, and she asked him questions about her checks, and he told her that her checks were going to Hampton, Georgia. And so after that, she said, well, I live in New York. How did this happen? And he sent her copies of the checks.
He sent copies.
He said something about your sister and Rocky, Edward Bivens, because I really didn't know Rocky's name.
Right, he said Edward Bivens cashed your checks. But how was I supposed to get my money back?
The only way you could get your money back is you had to prosecute him.
Real talk. I don't even think that I should go on with this video because that is everything in a nutshell tied up with a bow and delivered. Tasha, you and Rocky are wrong, and you should be thankful that your sister did not prosecute you. Because what you gonna say now, Miss Diane lying? I don't think so. But I'm gonna go on with a little bit more. Hold on.
How my information was changed and sent to Sound Exchange. Now, when my sister was asked about Sound Exchange, she acted like she didn't know what I was talking about. So I'm not gonna do too much, but I will clear my name. I will show you a few pieces of evidence that shows how they went in and they changed my address to their address. How they changed my email. Everything that Miss Diane did was changed by my sister, Latosha Scott. That will give you evidence. Now, the misconception is the $30,000. It wasn't one check. It was multiple checks. It wasn't just one.
Y'all, I'm gonna have to go, right? But I'll be back with a part 2. So y'all just work on this and your girl will be back. I'll talk to y'all later. Hey y'all, it's your girl Millie Chun and I'm back with part 2 of Tamika and the receipts. Let's keep going.
Just a little bit. Not a lot. I'm not trying to bury you. You just need to stop being out here saying these false things, you and your husband, these threats and everything else. It's not gonna work. Oh yeah, one of the threats were that my tape, I have a sex tape that I did. Yes, when I was in my 20s, I did a sex tape. So, I didn't want to take it back to my house, so I gave the tape to my sister and told her to hold it. So, I can watch it every now and then, I just gotta be honest with you. That was looking good on the tape. But anyway, I gave it to my sister, so I went back to get it. She said someone stole it out of her safe. So I said, okay, well, who got the safe code? Who got the code to your safe? She said only her and her husband. But somebody stole my tape. Now I'm about to be blackmailed by them. If I don't apologize, they're going to put the tape out. This is what the text says.
I've said this before, right? Reality TV is not for everybody. And if you know that it's a possibility that what you have done could come to the light, you definitely should not be on reality TV. Now, as far as the Bang Bang tape goes, are we really tripping about that? Like, let me keep going. But the fact that she and Rocky had the combination to where she had given her the tape to hold for her, like, what is going on with Tasha? Tasha, I'm going to tell you, girl, you might not need to sing gospel. You might need to sing, like, heavy metal or something. Maybe you could do rock music or folk songs, because gospel, no ma'am. No ma'am.
So, you know what? You're not going to scare me. You got my tape, but you said you didn't have my tape. Now all of a sudden you want to extort me and put the tape out? And you're doing a gospel album.
So then Tamika talked about how, how Tasha always says that Rocky was their manager, he leads the group and all that kind of stuff. Well, this was the receipt that she posted saying that it was Tamika, Jean, Rocky, and I shared with the ladies how great the call went last week, and we're all super excited for the next steps. So Rocky wasn't the one that spearheaded anything, right? And how could he? He was like a little subservient for R. Kelly. Allegedly. Let's keep going. Let's go. So now, y'all, we're going to get into the identity theft of it all. Yes, identity. Let's go.
So, I have people calling me, sending me, I'm in church. This is the crazy thing about it. I'm in church and I got a text. And somebody said, what's going on with this? So evidently, if you go on your cable network and you look up a show, underneath the show will tell you who the actors are or who the people are that's on the show. Someone has went and replaced my pictures with my sister. So not only did you steal money and our gospel album that we told grandma that we were going to do, but now, if you all go look, now my image is gone and is replaced with her pictures. Yeah, it's just a lot of crooked stuff that has happened. And it's something about Todd, he said in the text. But it's crazy because things that were in that threat text, when my sister did her interview on her bus, dogging everybody out, talking about Candy, talking about I lied, certain things that were in that threatened text was in what she said.
Yeah, I don't know how Tasha's going to come back from this, right? But I feel like Tamika has to do it, although I hate to see it. I hate that this is happening. But I feel like she has to do it to clear her name, because Tasha's out here trying to make her look crazy. I'm going to leave y'all with the end of it. It's your girl Millie Chun, and we can talk about it. Bye, y'all.
They mentioned pictures that was never sent to him when he cracked my door phone by saying he was my ex-husband. They are evil, evil people, but I'm not going to allow you to keep sitting out here and giving false narrative about me. I've had your back. I was stupid. I did things, and you throw it in my face, and you want to do a video, say, oh, you know how she is. I owned up to that. When I was wrong, I apologize. This time, I'm not wrong. The evidence is here. I'm not talking about this anymore after this. Now the world knows that you are a liar that is doing a gospel album. Thief. Stealing from the church, stealing from your sister, stealing my identity. But what you won't do is steal my pride. Go ahead. Leak the tape that you said you lost. Go ahead. Embarrass your niece. Go ahead. Because you really don't care nothing about them because you would have never stole from them in the beginning. Go ahead.